Hey guys, what's going on? Jay here, and we are back on QBO Bookkeeping Basics. And today we're gonna talk about the three kinds of bank transfers in QuickBooks Online bank feeds. The first one is the bank-to-bank transfer. The second one is the bank to credit card or credit card payment. And the last one is the bank to PayPal or PayPal payments. But the challenge here is that we are missing the examples of the bank transfers here on the sample company, so we will not be able to demonstrate it right here inside QBO. So I have decided to create a Google Sheet from which I can explain better to you. Okay, so let's go ahead. So right here on the Google Sheet, as you can see, there are three kinds of bank transfers in QuickBooks Online bank feeds. And the first one is bank-to-bank transfers. Bank-to-bank transfers usually happens when you transfer funds from one bank account to another bank account, usually from checking to savings account or vice versa, or from checking to another checking account. So the procedure here is you first record the transfer from the checking account feeds, because this is where the account or the money goes out. And then you match the transfer to the savings account feeds. Okay, it's for our example. So if you are having checking to checking transfer, then you record the transfer from the bank where the money goes out and then match it to the bank where the money is received or goes into. Okay, so for purposes of additional instruction or demonstration or explanation, for example, if you have transferred an amount from checking to savings, then we will record the transfer here on the checking bank feeds. And then after recording the transfer, of course, you need to match the transaction right here on the savings bank feeds. The second one is bank to credit card or payment of credit card. It usually says payment thank you from the credit card feeds, while on the bank feeds it usually say payment to credit card. Or things like depending on the name of the credit card, the name of the credit card will be mentioned like Amex payment, things like that. So in order to record that properly, we need to first record the transfer from the bank, yeah, and then match it to the credit card feeds. Okay, so for the demonstration, we're gonna look at the bank feeds in QuickBooks Online. So for example, you have paid the balance for MasterCard, and then we need to record the transfer from the checking bank feeds. And after recording or adding it here, going to the MasterCard, and then we will match the payment here on the MasterCard bank feeds. So if you found that it's not showing here, maybe you have used the wrong account on the transfer to account, so be careful. When you select the transfer, you select record transfer and then you put the name of the credit card being paid here on the select account. Okay, and the last one will be PayPal transfer and payment. It happens when PayPal gets funds from your bank account and then PayPal subsequently use the funds to pay the expense or item that you are buying through PayPal. Okay, so the procedure here is the transfers shall be first recorded from the checking account if the funds came from checking account. Okay, and then you match the transfer on the PayPal bank feeds. Okay, and then after matching that, you then record the payment from PayPal feeds as expense. Okay, to complete the transaction. So to further demonstrate, imagine you have a PayPal account here after MasterCard, and then we record the transfer right here on the checking account and you select PayPal as the account. Okay, the sample company doesn't have PayPal right now. Okay, so we can add that and save and close and record the transfer. Yeah, and after hitting record transfer, you go to the bank account or the PayPal account feeds and match the transaction. And then for the expense that is being paid by the PayPal, you just need to hit add as an expense after you assign the payee in the proper category. Okay, so the best practice here is always create the rule if you are gonna use rules from the bank where the money goes out, and then you do not create a rule on the bank which is receiving the money, and you just match the transfer there. Okay, another tip is that if you are using profit first method on managing your cash flow, okay, so businesses which uses profit first has lots of bank transfers, and if they are not handled properly, then they will create a lot of mess in your bank records. Okay, so the best practice would be to create bank rules from income bucket going to the other buckets. And which are the other buckets? So from income, you create a bank rule specifying those that are going into profit, owner's compensation, tax, and OPEX. And then after you record the transfers by the bank rule, you just match the transfers right on the other buckets, which are profit, owner's compensation, tax, and OPEX. Okay, so that's it for today. And should you have questions, just drop a comment below. And if you find my video useful, just hit like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.